Select the appropriate datasheet from the data books, or if you have the CD-ROM version, print it out from the Computer Specifications application. The data provided with your ultralight 3D system is accurate and complete. It is easy to refer to and document while you are measuring your vehicles. Documentation while you're measuring a vehicle is a critical part of the ultralight 3D. Shown in blue, we've noted several key points to record while you are measuring. Note the date you've done your damage analysis, the VIN number, the mileage, and the date of manufacture of the vehicle. This is a 2000 Chevy Blazer 4-door. We've documented on the right height, length, and width measurements that are off from the chassis liner data by Mitchell. This provides you a written record of damage for pulling, allowing you to quickly and confidently pull the vehicle back to its correct form. To read the data, refer to the measurement table and diagrams. Focus on point B. The correct length, width, and height values are given for both sides of this SUV. Also, the small cone is the correct fitting to use on point B. With the vehicle on the frame rack and secured, start by placing a dial-a-datum bar underneath the vehicle. Locate one bar in the rear of the vehicle near the rear control point, one in the front control point, and place this third in front of the ultralight 3D ladder. You'll be setting this up later after you've established your control points. Refer to your datasheet where the length is marked 0. Point L is your rear control point. If this point is damaged, select another nearby to establish your datum. You need to establish at least 3, but preferably 4 control points. Note the width and height settings at point L. Insert a coil spring in the appropriate scale holder, replace the scale pin, and tighten the thumb screw. Place a crossbar underneath the rear control point of the vehicle. Position the assembled scale block assembly on the width bar to align the scribe line to 495 mm. Tighten the thumb screws and read the width at the scribe line. Release the locking knob to allow the cone to fit into the rear control point. Adjust the height of the system by turning clockwise or counterclockwise on the dial-a-datum bar. Slide the length tape on the main ladder so the 0 tab is behind the width bar. One control point is now set. Repeat this procedure on the passenger side. Select another undamaged point from the datasheet that will be used as the front control point. Note the width and height settings at this point. Here we're reading 1428 on the length measurement. Our point H is what we've chosen on our 2000 Chevy Blazer. Repeat the steps for establishing the remainder of your control points as outlined before. Adjust the third dial-a-datum bar at the front of the system so it touches the bottom of the main ladder. With the system's control points set, we can now begin taking underbody measurements. Start by point G. Position adapter and height measurements are taken. We place a crossbar on the main ladder assembly. Place the scale holder on the width bar and read the height at 288 mm on the scribe line towards the tape. Tighten the thumb screws. Our underbody measurement on our point F is noted here. Note the width measurement at 266 mm on the datasheet. Place the short crossbar and read the length at 2192 from the back edge of the channel. Place the scale holder assembly on and use the correct adapters. Our width measurement is 266 mm. Note the data on height, width, and length measurements on the J point of the frame rail. As before, place a width bar on the main ladder assembly and set the length to 385 mm. Place the scale holder assembly on top with a small cone. Measuring points can be read over the length of the ladder. Here, point N on the wheel well of the frame rail. As before, place the appropriate scale holder assembly and adapters. Our length measurement here is 812 mm, right at the back of the crossbar channel. Place the overhead ladder on the main ladder. The main scribe on the overhead ladder slide should be towards the 0 point. From the datasheet, 2590 is our length measurement. Tighten the thumb screws on the overhead ladder to secure the position of the length. Drop the support pins down to add lateral stability. Attach both overhead uprights by sliding the uprights all the way onto the ladder so they bottom out. Secure the overhead uprights to the ladder with the attached screws. Slide the upright block to the overhead setting indicated on the datasheet. Always read the height setting at the top of the upright block. To install the overhead bar, slide the bar into the passenger side block. Secure the driver's side with the attached screws. Make sure you tighten the 4 thumb screws on all of the blocks. Set the width and height on the overhead bar as indicated on the datasheet. The width is read at the outside edge of the scale block and the height is read at the top of the scale block. The measuring system is also supplied with a telescoping tram that can be used to check points of the upper body structure for symmetry. Attach the telescoping tram to the overhead bar by running the hand screw through the hole in the center of the overhead bar. Comparative measurements can be taken anywhere along the length of the ladder. Here we show door openings. The Ultralight 3D measuring system comes with a wheeled storage cart. Having all the components of your system in a central, mobilized location will save you time, energy, and money. We suggest you wheel the cart right up to the vehicle that you're working on for easy access to all the system components. The Ultralight 3D's datasheets call for a wide assortment of scales and adapters to fit the variety of vehicles on the road today. We've organized them into simple, easy-to-use cases. Keep your system clean and organized. When you're finished measuring, take care to replace the Ultralight 3D components back to their respective places in the storage cart.